Hey everyone, welcome to Horrible Gaming. My name is Nora, and on today's video we are building a highway that is under construction with some Kidcore styled vibes. Keep in mind, if you're not doing a Kidcore theme, this can totally work for other aesthetics. As we get started on today's video, I want to do a quick shout out to Crystal Cat on Instagram and on Twitter for making these amazing roads. Crystal Cat actually recently added some diagonals to her road design, and I'm freaking out about it because I'm obsessed with this road, especially for Kidcore themes, and I'll have all these codes provided in the video's description. I also want to add that this week I've gone down for oral surgery. I have a few speed builds that are pre-recorded like this one, and I'll be posting them throughout the week, but it's only like a couple of speed builds, so if you see me not posting that often later in the week, it is because I am still healing from said surgery. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I've been working on this Kidcore theme for my daughter. This was supposed to be done by Christmas, but because I've had a couple emergency surgeries, that got delayed. I was kind of upset about it, but I figure now that I don't have an actual deadline, I can put more thought into this and more detail and time, so I think it's a good thing. I also want to add, as we work on today's video, please do hit that like, subscribe, and notify button if you want to see more content like this in the future. It really does help me out. It helps me grow as a creator, so definitely do it, and thank you so much. So the original idea that I had for this build, inspired by WickerIsland on Instagram, was to do like a tunnel where that terraform is and do like some skyline like builds behind it. I didn't have enough room to do that, so I ended up just removing all that terraform. However, if you do want to do something like that, all you need to do is just make it obviously some dimensional adjustments. Make sure you have plenty of room to do said build, as I didn't plan for that, but I think the end result still worked out pretty cute, and I like that you're including the ocean into your city core too. A lot of people try to hide the edge of their maps, and I don't know, usually I do that too, but I was really excited to see some of the ocean. I got to make use of a lighthouse on the edge of this build, and I just think it turned out pretty dang cute. So I wanted to also add this information in, as my comment section has been flooded with the same question over and over. If you're one of my Japanese followers, yes, I am still doing a Japanese island. Since we've done the recent update for 2.0, I mean, I've scrapped all the old Japanese builds. There's no point on continuing that with all the new content. So I'm actually going to be restarting my Cherry Blossom City once I finish my Kidcore city for my daughter. This island is a huge priority for me. I really want my daughter to have this, as I'm pouring my heart into it for her as a gift, so bear with me if I'm working a little bit slower these days. I haven't had as much time to play lately, so normally I'm able to usually shove out dream addresses like every other week, and if you're a regular follower, you can vouch for that. I used to be able to shove out dream addresses pretty much weekly, and I haven't had time with that because of my surgeries and, you know, a bunch of stuff in real life. But hopefully once everything passes the new year, I can be back on my grind. So definitely stay patient with me. I promise I will get to a lot of themes that I've been working on for my channel. Also keep in mind that sometimes when we do a different theme, especially when it comes to speed builds, that doesn't necessarily mean that's one of my new islands that I'm actually going to be starting. A lot of my speed builds are actually requests that people leave me in my comment section. Sometimes if I really enjoy said request, I'll end up making an island out of it, but sometimes that doesn't always happen. So if you see me doing like some random theme that I haven't even announced that I'm working on, chances are it's probably just a request in speed build, and I won't be actually continuing it. So the road lines that I've been using on this video are actually codes that I blended into Crystal Cat's design. They are not released right now, but don't worry, that doesn't mean you won't be able to create this build. All you're going to have to do is expand the dimensions. I'm not sure if Crystal Cat is going to release pieces like this yet, so I'm not going to release them because it's not my design, and if I get permission to, I will definitely post them, but I don't know if I'm allowed to technically share these add-ons yet, so I always like asking permission, especially if I'm doing like road additions to another creator's design, if I'm okay with posting those. It's just a respectful thing that, you know, other creators do in the community for each other, so be patient with me if you're wanting road lines like this, because maybe they'll get released by me or Crystal Cat. So now I pretty much have the main road layout finished. So this is going to be how the general layout will be. I think my plan is to add some inclines around here and have it transition up to some upper levels. Most of this map is definitely going to be on the first level. A lot of my inspiration, and I get this question all the time, how do you figure out your layouts, Nora? Well, I actually wing every single build that I do. If it's not inspired by somebody, I literally just pull it out of thin air. Now I know obviously that's not realistic for pretty much all of you who follow me for inspiration, so if you're new to Kidcore, as silly as this sounds, remember those play mats that we used to have as a kid? I mean, I'm not sure if every child had this growing up, but I did, and it was like the play mat that you use toy cars on. It looks like a little city. Believe it or not, sometimes I follow those for my Kidcore layouts. For my daughter's island, it is following 3 different styles of said play mat. Also, I'm using that volcano to look like a pile of dirt. It's been a really common trend lately with this item, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. If you don't like that, don't use it, but I thought it was super cute for this build. I ended up removing the lighthouse and just relocating it over here. I thought this spot was a little bit better for it because I'm thinking I'm going to actually make where it was into a little sitting spot. So hopefully this works out. So here is how the view is starting to look. Honestly, even though I'm bummed I couldn't do my actual original idea with this, it kind of works out because my daughter is obsessed with red, like seriously a lot. So now she can easily access when he visits her island. And I'm honestly thinking, and I'm really tempted to use Tropic Kitsch's Red's pawn shop design. Maybe we can do that build right over in this location. I felt like that'd be such a great location for this, being that his beach is literally to the right. So I think that's what my plan is going to be. Again, I don't really know what my full layout is going to be quite yet because again, I'm winging all of the decor and layouts for pretty much all of this island exception of this build today. So yeah, I don't really know what my plan is, but this build would work great pretty much on any location on your island. It would even work great at the edge of the map, so definitely recreate it in a spot that is convenient for you. So now I'm just going to go around and start adding some details and decor. I tried to do as little editing as possible, so if you don't know what some of these items are, you can kind of see what the names of these will be. Some of these items are also items we've already had, so hopefully that helps with today's video too. As many know, I'm super obsessed with the construction items. I mean, when we did the collab with Console Kato, you would have seen that I was freaking out about said items. And I've been really wanting to do a build with these for a long time, but I haven't had any inspiration or motivation to do it. So I'm really excited today that I finally got to work with them. They're amazing and I'm obsessed with these items so much. Basically anything for Kidcore, I fangirl over, and also trash too. I really like trash. We have a trash obsession over here. So I apologize in advance that pretty much almost all of my Kidcores are gonna have these items now. So just wanted to give you the heads up. So I thought the flower bed item was absolutely adorable in front of the evergreen ash item. If you don't want to use that, you absolutely don't have to, but I just really loved how it added a toon kind of vibe to this location. It just felt very cartoony, so I'm very excited about it. So here is how the area is starting to look. I'm actually super happy with how all the colors are blending together. It feels very cartoon-like, very Kidcore-like, but it's not like overpowering and in your face, like there's too much going on, which is my personal preference of Kidcore. And I like organization and I don't really like chaos, mostly because my in real life is chaos enough as is. Next, I went on criteria search and I found this adorable stop sign on there, and I thought it looked really cute on the poster board. I'm really sad that we don't have an item that could work as an actual stop sign. I really was expecting them to give us more billboard like items with a pole that could be customizable, so we could do, you know, like our own creativity options with those, but I still think this looks pretty dang cute. And now we're just going to continue adding some minor details to the build. Now that pretty much the bottom level is done, I'm just gonna go ahead and add some road details, and then we're gonna work on the highway area of today's build. Keep in mind the highway does not have any transitions yet because I still have a lot to do around it, but in the next video, or if I decide to finish this before next video, you'll see how I've transitioned and added to the area if you're gonna recreate this but are not sure of how to transition. Up here, we are going to be making a road with some sitting spots, but we're going to keep it pretty simple, so it's not like too much going on. But I'm very excited with how this looks. I think it is super colorful. It definitely has a construction vibe to it, very city core like. So let me know what you thought about today's build in the comments section below. And that's it for today's build. Let me know what you thought about it in the comments section below, as well as things you might be struggling with too on your own island. Even though I won't be able to do obviously a lot of requests over the next couple of weeks due to surgery, I still check my comment section. I do add it to my requests, and once we get time, I'll definitely do some videos on it. I hope that this brings some much needed inspiration to someone out there needing it. And also, again, thank you so much to WickerIsland for the inspiration. Have a horrible day. See you next video.